Alright, alright, alright. Gotta love it, baby. Back for a little Lost Relics action. Let me see if I can get this stream set up appropriately. I know that with YouTube, I need to make some changes. Hope you guys are doing good. Anyone that jumped on in early? Let's see here. Hopefully things are coming out good. This is a little bit of a test stream because we want to make sure that I get ooh, you know what? I posted the wrong item here in Telegram. So let's correct that really quick. There we go, there we go. Okay, there we go. That's a little bit better. Edit this. Okay, that should do it. Oh, Ghost Car's first on in here. Okay, guys. See, it looks like my camera quality is a little low, right? You guys are gonna have to help me. We're setting up YouTube from streaming in a while. It's been a few months, for sure. So I'm getting everything set up again from scratch. Let me see what else we gotta do here. I have HDR mode set on. I wonder why it's a little blurry. What am I broadcasting in? 720/60? Okay, I think we should be okay. How's the audio levels, guys? Audio levels on the mic, and then hopefully you should be able to hear a little bit of music on in the background. Let's get this going. Let's see. Live streaming on YouTube. Jump on in and hang. How have you guys been? It's been a few months, huh? Yeah, man, I'm excited. Want to make sure that I get a good lay of the land before any new potential updates coming in. Congrats. Congrats on that 24 wood cutting. Gotta love to see that. And as always, Cliff with the trolling. I needed exactly one more rock to finish this requirement for the quest literally right before I ended the stream, or I did a little what's it called, a little Twitch stream last night to test that out, and now we're testing out a little bit of the YouTube. Ghost Car hit a big item yesterday. Well, from what I've been hearing, items have been dropping like hotcakes. That's exciting, man. I'm glad. What'd you hit? What did you end up hitting? Yeah, we're going the right way. I saw like 5 Transcendents and like, I don't know how many Mythicals have dropped in the past month and a half, 2 months. The beginning of the 2022 Lost Relics year. Let's go get that last one I got left. Oh, and by the way, this Peppermint Piku or whatever it's called, you guys were completely right. Like, oh my god, it is ridiculous. Super OP. Definitely gonna get a nerf in the future. But, like, watch, let's just use it right now. We'll pop it. Boom. No, popped it at the time you dead, and you dead, and you dead. Oh, you're not dead. You're still alive. And come over here. You dead. And it just like wasting shotgun blasts everywhere. Look at this madness. It's just sick. I think I got my run time down the other day. Like, I've only used it last night. That's the only time I ended up using it. And there goes the first one. So we'll save the second one for the lock-in room or a boss, and then the third one in case of an emergency, just to get it all knocked out for you guys. Oh, you hit the ruby egg last night. That's sick, man. 51 nests. Were those nests that you saved up, or did you like jump a bunch of gold? Regardless, like, what a killer hit, man. What a killer hit. What was your best relic before that one? Yeah, man, like... From what I've been hearing, nests and sunken treasure chests and Warden Strong boxes have been getting harder and harder to find. You know, we have to keep going. We have to keep the coffee going. So we're gonna finish up this run, then we're gonna go jump over to what's it called? To Zenny. Finish out the bounty quest there. Yeah, 51 nests to hit a ruby egg. That's pretty sick. Because I think, like, what are nests going for right now on the market? Actually, the other thing that's happened is the market's changed so much. I wanted to, like, come back and just do some foraging before the next update, but then I was looking at the coal prices and I'm like, wow. It's interesting. You know, I think just coal in general has been dropping less, but you guys are going to have to catch me up on that. You can play every dungeon now? That's sick. Where before the ruby egg, what was the dungeon, what was the highest level dungeon you were able to get into? Or that you felt confident in running? I'm guessing like Millith is the one that like even like that has a significant damage. What's the word I'm looking for? Difficulty spike. You know, because I'm going into Millith now. So I ended up buying some. I ended up picking up some of the epic relics that I had missed over the past few months. Stuff that I hadn't had from the past to help me specifically in Millith. And they worked out pretty sweet now. I think I spent like 700k gold, you know, over the past few days. Picked up the Moonjackal armor. I picked up the Peppermint relic. I picked up the Frosted Delights. I have a few offers in for some blockchain items that I missed over Christmas and that are still in the market. You know, made sure to pick up those virtual pets too, just in case with the next pet update. That could be a big one. Oh, we got a warden. Give me a strongbox, baby. I've never hit a strongbox before, if you guys can believe that. But from what I'm hearing, Irem is the place to go if you're wanting to farm those. That might actually be the map because you're probably farming that and you're farming sunken treasure chests as well. Can't wait for Easter. How's the quality on the stream, guys? Let me actually pull up. I don't know why my camera quality seems a little off. I'll have to take a look at that. Glad to be back, Demonard. Yeah, the dungeons, man. Let's see. Same here. First event was a year ago. Yeah, last year was the crazy event, right? Because that's when like everybody just like bombarded the servers and we just broke the game. All right, give me this treasure chest, and then we'll probably tele back. Yep. Hit this fish and then continue on the way. Block Menace Mafia. How you doing, my friend? Talk to me. Hope you're doing good, brother. But yeah, bro. Like I was telling the other guys right now in the stream, the peppermint, like it is legit. Like you guys weren't joking around. I bought it because I just heard everyone talking about it on streams, but I had never used it or actually seen it used. And now it's like, oh my gosh, it's a must. I'll probably use it here. Oh, wrong one. Oh, I thought there was going to be a boss that spawned, so I wasted it. Oh well. Let's see what's that. You've been playing for about 8 months, so only been here for Halloween and Christmas. Kingslayer's first Easter is going to be fun to watch. What did I miss? Oh, there it is. Right behind the corner. Yeah, man. Even though I've been a little busy and not like being able to run too many bounties, I'm still sitting pretty. Still have a shot for that Roaring Sand Dragon. Definitely should get it. Because like I think right now I'm at like 425 bounty bucks before the start of this week. And I haven't... this is going to be the very first quest I complete. First bounty I complete of the week. Yeah, Cliff's been extremely quiet on whatever he's working on right now, which I think kind of gets me a little bit excited. I mean, I'd rather always have more information than less, but we're going to see what happens. And with the transition to Efinity coming up, I have no clue what's going to happen in the next couple years, but there's some big bets being placed right now. Where did you come from? Open one present. Chance for boss teleport scrolls. One scroll equals one kill. What's he talking about? The Christmas event? Three legendary rings and 3 legendary swords. Your first drop was kill 110. So since I didn't really get a chance to play Easter, you know, I know there's always a meta going into events, but it sounds like this event was a little bit more well-rounded. Oh, it's Hex. Oh, I got you, bro. Bro, I was looking at your loadout. You had the Executioner drop. I ran into your character like right at the adventure start. And I was just like, oh, there's Hex, right? And I jumped in and I looked. I was like, damn, he's rocking the Executioner. And then I was like, wait, I didn't even know those were dropping, right? Because I missed it. So then I went to go look at the Overseer, and I saw where you hit it. That's exciting. That thing's a beast, bro. And it's only a 15. 1 of 15. That's so cool. Well deserved, my friend. Well deserved. Did you clip, or were you able to have any type of recording of when you hit it? I would love to watch that if you did. We should just make a compilation, honestly, of all the different streamers or all the different players hitting random stuff. And put it into like one huge video would be cool. But yeah, no, I don't know, man. I'm hoping we're going to be getting some big news coming up soon. You know, either about Efinity or about Engine or about Lost Relics in general. But there's been some things that have been being publicized on Twitter and different Medium articles that are like giving me ideas that something's going to happen here. That's a little larger than what we experienced in the past, but and it would make sense with the investments that they've received. But we're gonna have to wait and see. You weren't streaming when you dropped it. Was it late at night? I bet you just lost your shit. Who hit? Somebody hit something? Let's see. Congrats. Okay, let's finish up this run here, bank this, and move on. Run number 1 in the books. I need to stop chugging the coffee, man. Just go through it like water. So there's 12 rogs in Zenny, so that would give me like, what, 5 runs to do? I really don't know what's going to happen with pets also. I'm hoping that it's more than just attacking. I like the idea of like each pet having its own unique modifier, which is what I was assuming. Like I was assuming like the gargoyle would 3% increase gold on your adventure. Maybe the void goat stuns an enemy if it hits it. That would be pretty cool. Like Snowball, the penguin or the Christmas ones freeze an enemy on touch. What would be a good what would be a good effect for Halloween pets? Would it be like poison? Apply poison from Halloween kind of thing? That would be kind of cool. But then if you went by that, what would Easter be? Ooh, Easter, maybe like dropping some of those, I'm just making up stuff, guys. Dropping some of those incubator eggs. You think that pets are gonna like progress? Like that you can like level up your pet kind of thing? That's interesting. So like the more you take a pet in, the more it levels up. Like that would be good. I like, you know, we need a little bit more involvement in the grinding, a little more things to like continue to number go up. That would be cool. Like level 1 void goat, level 2 golem, you know, the more you take it in, the more it levels up. If you level them up to a certain point, that would be cool. I like that idea of like of pet progression. But I wonder like what's the benefits? Maybe it's cosmetic benefits for leveling up, or do you think there would be gameplay benefits? I'm kind of hoping, to be honest, and I know this might not be more of a something that most players want, but I hope he separates the Easter event from the whatever the big update is. Maybe we should start shotgunning some of these bad boys. Yeah, let's do it. Boom, boom, you dead, and you dead, and you dead. Just massacre. And drop that so I can come back for that node. Do you all skip nodes? Is that a thing? I remember there was like a big talk about like, I mean, there's always a big talk about like dungeon efficiency. I would assume that, I don't know if it works out, but I would assume that somebody would be like skipping nodes of certain colors just to save time and keep going. All I know is that if we get those relics that like give a plus 15% XP gain for woodcutting and for scavenging, I'm gonna be all over those. So the music on in the background is supposed to be really light. I have it a little louder in my ears than I would assume most of you do. Let me pick that up right there. So let me know if you can hear it. You would like the big update to be during the event? I can see the benefit of that. I also like the idea of like players are going to come back for the event regardless and be playing the event. So like after the event's over, to incentivize people staying a little bit longer before the next update. I mean, before the next event would be, you know, a big update like this one. You know, if we go over last year, you know, around this time last year was when JumpNet was being discussed about being launched. And then Cliff implemented over the course of like a couple months, I think it was like June or July, he implemented the in-game marketplace. So that was his quote-unquote off-season. That was his off-season update, I guess, or outside of event update. What did I drop that for? Oh, you would skip the nose during the event. I got you. Yeah, I would probably do the same too. Now that I got everything past level 40. Because, like, what is... Are there any... Did he change any requirements? Okay, that's definitely capable. Definitely capable. Definitely capable. Yeah, I mean, I'm way past all that. 45. There's no higher requirements other than 43, I think I saw. So yeah, I would definitely be skipping during the event. But yeah, I'll probably just be, you know, in the last event too, I was kind of like, from the perspective, I think in 2020, the way I handled events was open half, sell half on whatever the in-game lootable items were. Like Christmas presents or pumpkins, I would smash half, sell half, so get gold and also, you know, try to go for those blockchain items. And then in 2021, I just completely went to, granted my stats were different, right? My in-game skills were different, so, you know, I'm pretty close actually. Maybe I can get 3 levels here soon. Which ones do it? It's fishing, scavenging, and mining. So scavenging maybe while I'm doing some of this, and then back to mount. But what were we saying right now? Oh yeah, but then in 2022, I just was all about grinding. Let's see. Really hope he releases the big update before Easter so he has time to work out the bugs. If it's that big, I don't think there's enough time if Easter's gonna come out, but maybe. King Slayer's jumping on in. What up, brother? Good to see you, my friend. Always love catching your streams. You think I'm not there, but I'm there. Hashtag lurking. But yeah, we'll see, man. We'll see. You know, I think people were saying that Easter this year is going to be on April 17th, which is right after tax deadline for me. But of course, he'll probably, if he does it, he'll do it before, I would guess, to lead up to Easter. I don't think there would be an issue either if he launched it like on Easter or right after. Whatever happened with Yield Squad and Mir 4? So a little recap on that. So like, I think Yield Squad is still continuing. So pretty much what happened with me was that once I got to like November, the beginning of November, I had to like completely focus on both the wedding and then the CPA firm. Excuse me. I made a huge transition for the CPA firm. The last 3 months of the year completely restructured the entire way we're working now. And I like it a lot better. It means I have a lot more free time. But what that ended up leading to was a combination of getting, you know, more clients, more in-depth clients and more crypto clients too, which the crypto clients are the ones that surprised me because people know that I'm a CPA and then I'm in crypto. So like that never really surprised me. But what kind of did surprise me is how many actual crypto investors and gamers actually live in my area. That kind of shocked me because I only do really major advertising in my local area. Even though, like, you know, mostly electronics, so it can service anybody all over the state or all over the U.S. But yeah, so that was like a huge transition that took all of my time. And then slowly after that, you know, that was during the course of November, and then in December was a combination of preparing for the wedding, which happened at the very beginning of February. Which, by the way, officially married. Mrs. Stryker was on the Twitch stream yesterday, enjoying herself, hanging out with a bunch of you guys. It was good times. She wants to play. And now that she has a little bit more free time, we might actually be doing something. Yeah, blockchain gaming's hot. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, man, for real. Had a bunch of clients also, obviously, profile picture clients too. So that's an interesting trend, just to hear what their thoughts were and what they're thinking and how things worked out for them during 2021. Obviously, we had the big explosion during the middle of the year, and then the cool off towards the end of the year and the beginning of this year. But yeah, it's been fascinating. Something I'm wanting to roll out too is I really do like the idea of, I want to continue to stream some more, make more content, but I do want to cover like crypto gaming in general, since it is gonna, I mean, news around crypto gaming and trends and everything about what's happening, what's actually happening between the players that actually, becoming entrepreneurs within the gaming space. That's going to be really exciting to see play out. So we might see the shift of content a little bit this year. But I would probably say goal number one is I need to get up to the 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. So if you guys can do me a quick favor, if any of you have not hit that sub button, do me a favor and let's get that part rolling. That'll be goal number one for this stream while we slowly do a rollback. Because I'm going to have a little bit of free time these next 1 or 2 weeks before the craziest boom of the year with the April 15th tax deadline coming up. So I'm going to take advantage of the little time I have now, and then definitely after April, heading in towards May, that's where we'll start to see a lot more of a activity, I think, on my end. I've always been playing around with a bunch of different ideas about projects that I wanted to start, but now I think with the way that the CPA firm has expanded, I think I can now focus a little bit more on the crypto side of it. Nope, you need a transcendent bow with dragon scaler and oh yeah. What was the question though? I missed that one. That one's important. Let's see. I like how the Rain of Fire looks more, but I want to one-shot Rogs and Obions. I can probably turn off one of these relics. And actually, I probably should just go into the room right now because I have this already activated. Let's get this boss taken care of if it spawns. A lot more spawning than usual. Okay, that's all. You have 2 relic dragon and that's another one I need to get, that spirit infusion. I think I have an order up on the marketplace, but we'll see. I think that's the one that gives you the 7% everything, 7 range, damage, and all that. I need to double check it. Let's just do it now. Let's see. Well, let's do it when I'm out of the adventure, even though I killed everything. What can I drop here? Drop the sticks. Give me that, and let's get out. And don't forget to hit the like button. Thank you, my friend. I also don't think that I have any. I don't think I have any of the. I need to set up Nightbot. We gotta do a bunch of little things, so we're gonna keep it rolling. Keep it rolling. Okay, let's see. What was the name of it? I'm doing a little education here. You guys are catching me up on the things. What was it? Something fusion, right? This one, the Ring of 7% damage to ranged melee and magic. Yeah. What's it going for? 43 engine? Damn. I don't think I have my buy off for that high. I think it was lower earlier. Maybe it just recently went up. But yeah, that one's pretty nice. So that was 12 Rogs per run. So how many do I need left? How many runs do I need left? If we do 70 minus 24 divided by 12, 4 runs. 4 runs it is. What effect do you think the Dark Scourge is going to get? I don't know, man, but the Dark Scourge... the Dark Scourge is... the lore of the Dark Scourge is something that I'm interested in. I don't think Cliff will ever do it or whatever, but it says that, like, the holder of the Dark Scourge was able to raise, like, a demon army and then outfit that army with weapons, the Dark Scourges. And hey, we got quite a few of them, so Cliff lets me raise an army. Maybe that's going to be the start of guilds. That would be cool. Guild start, and then we'll form the guild around... What's the name of it? How do I... Can I see the lore in here? Let's see, Dark Scourge. Yeah. Maybe that's what I'll title the guild. Awakening 1,000 skeletal warriors from the Great Crypts. Dark Scourge, if it had an effect, what would it be? It would probably be like a decay, I would guess, or like maybe something that can cipher health. Have a little amount of health to replenish your health, like you're sucking their soul away. 10% chance to raise. Oh yeah, that's a good one. 10% chance to raise undead. That's a good one. You spawn a Skeletor. Yeah, that'd be cool. You 10% chance to spawn a Skeletor to fight alongside you. Guys, we need to like write these ideas down, do a community vote, and then send them to Cliff. Random ideas. Let him pick from some stuff. But yeah, man, that's glad. I feel good to be back chatting with you guys. I freaking missed you all. It's crazy, like how much you can get like stuck in the zone of like work and just like head down in the books kind of thing, you know? But I'm like, that's the kind of person I am, I guess. It's one thing I need to work on. Like, I can just get sucked into projects and like can't lose, like I just lose focus on everything else. Maybe that's why I grinded so hard early days in Lost Relics, right? It was just like consumed all of my thinking day and night. Play. Sleep is good for the state of mental health. Sleep is super important, man. Like, sleep is super important. And the older you get, the more you respect it. My body ain't getting any younger. Heck yeah, Hex, I missed you guys too. It's so funny how just like even chatting with y'all, just like talking about one or two little things like brings back so many memories. Cause like that's the thing I was thinking about with Lost Relics is like I'm gonna love the idea, especially for the people that there's a group of players that are holding their items, maybe selling off a majority, but holding up a lineup of the items that they want to have in there in case when they return for events or whatever. But how cool is it gonna be? Like every year we're gonna have events. If the game continues, just in general, even if it continues at the pace it's going right now, like it'll be like weird. Like we're gonna have like Halloween event 2024. If people stick around, will be like a reunion of like old groups of players and friends that like spent who knows X amount of hours grinding the game together, chatting on voice streams, Discords, Twitch streams, whatever. That's always gonna feel good. I think that's kind of cool. Everyone with all their random relic setups and random weapon effects from the past. Because also, you know, the more blockchain items also get released in the game, I think it's kind of less of an incentive to like have to worry about, you know, if one thing is overpowered but only like 100 people have it, like it's less of a worry about breaking the game, you know, in the future when there's players from all different generations coming back and forth, which means it could lead to like some really sick combinations. Well, why not? Let's just go shotgun everything. God, I love it. Enjoy grinding the game, hanging out with streamers. You know, I was talking with my brother too about the idea of grinding. I think we were talking a little bit about breeding mechanics in general. You know, we were trying to think of like, you know, the future of blockchain gaming. And I was trying to figure out like, you know, there's obviously a lot of, you know, for me, when it comes to blockchain gaming, what I think the key is that these open ecosystems will allow for entrepreneurship, like the fact that you can like build on top of games, build businesses on top of games. So like, obviously Axie right now is the one that has done the most on this end. But like when you think about what spawned out of Axie, the ideas of like these breeding companies, breeding mechanics, and we were playing around with the idea of like, you know, what incentivizes people to build the game. I mean, to build a breeding company, right? And it's kind of like my brother had the question about like why do people, or where does the value derive from like people that are pretty much in essence paying money to skip parts of games, and that applies to traditional games as well. You know, you're paying money to be able to skip in Destiny from level. I mean, you know, I don't think this is a good comparison, but like, or World of Warcraft, you're skipping a lot of content from the old content to like level up, and you're like paying money to skip the game, right? So it's like, okay, for whatever reason, some people are doing that, and there's like some type of value there. How do you describe what that value is? Kind of led us down the rabbit hole of like, rabbit hole of like people just feeling that the value, everyone's going to have a different idea of where values derive from in games. Some people are going to be from the friendships that they make. Some people are going to be from the items that they obtain. Some people are going to be from the grind that they experience. And, specifically talking about grinding, he made a point about like how there's a lot of players out there that really enjoy the idea of the grind, right? And for me, from my personal perspective, I've always seen grinding as like a mechanic that game developers put into games, to incentivize player retention, which was like, I mean, there's 100 different reasons, but like that was like the number one reason that I thought grinding was a thing, was because developers are incentivizing continuous gameplay. But then, thinking about it a little more in depth, like, the idea of grinding really comes down to the difference between like, do you get reward? Do you find value in the reward or the journey? Is your ultimate goal the destination or the trip along the way, right? Like, where do you ascribe value to? So it's interesting, the philosophy of gaming. And it's all started with CryptoKitties, exactly. Like what do you think amongst like crypto people that are like a general CryptoKitty purchaser or Axie purchaser in the future, or from the past, like whatever they paid for whatever their item was, did they pay it because they valued the final result of that, or did they pay it because they valued the time saved from not having to go through the process of trying to breed and take the chances? It's a combination of both, really, but it's interesting. I also started, going down that chain of logic. I actually started doing some consulting for some video game companies. I've actually started to focus a little bit more of the CPA firm into consulting more, rather than just like specific tax work or problem solutions. And I started targeting video game indie developers, just with the basics, right? The idea of like helping developers with the basic bookkeeping, with tax preparation, with basic consulting, just the basic things that businesses need. I guess I don't think I missed anything. Helping businesses in general. And then I'm like, hey, if I continue to do this and focus on video games, I can carve out a little niche for myself. So that would be kind of cool. So spawning out of that, I started like picking up some books about the video game industry, just trying to learn as much as I can. And I'm reading right now this book. It's actually a textbook. It's a textbook from Cambridge University. I think right now it's actually a course that's going on in Cambridge. The name of the book is called The Invisible Hand in Virtual Worlds. An idea about the idea about the study of economics within video games and why it's important, and how games from the past are helping economists better understand the ideas around scarcity, around value, around just around a lot of economic fields of study. And the one I was reading right now, the chapter I'm on right now, talks about what's the word? The creation of social order from chaos. Because in general, like there's a bunch of games, whether we're talking about like Roblox or Lost Relics or Little Big Planet, like games where like user created content is the point of the game. Second Life, maybe not user created content, but like user created experiences, role playing games. This idea like that the developer drops like a tool set of a set of tools into the game for people to experiment with, and like they're not actually being any goal to the game. Like you're not trying to like beat the baddie, or you're not trying to like save the princess or whatever. It's just like literally like, here are your tools, do whatever you want. So like this idea of like when virtual economies get started, and I'm not even talking about like exchanging money, like economy in terms of like exchanging resources, time, experience, whatever. How like you can take a system that just inevitably is just chaos. There is no order to it. Like people can do whatever they want with it. There is no sense of the guidance, you know, and how as human beings, we create these social structures exactly like Blancos. Like we create these structures inherently amongst ourselves as human beings to like organize, to be able to create quote unquote value, whatever that may be, whether it's time saving value, educational value, actual financial value, whatever. We create these systems and we do it over and over and over, like, and really trying to understand, like, one, why do we do these things? And then two, when we do these things, like, how do you understand the value that's created from it? You know, like the way we just, like, why do we post wiki guides, and why do we create YouTube videos? Why do we, like, you know, why do we do these things? You know, why is the idea in cryptocurrency about, what's the word? About open source development. Like, why is that a thing? Why does it work? Why do DAOs work? Like, you literally, you know, at a fundamental level can create a token and then just like order immediately just like as human beings, we just start creating the order amongst ourselves. We create a system of hierarchy or a system of governance or whatever, like, and it's just natural. We just happens. So it's really interesting that in the chapter, and then it's talking about, like, it's giving you examples of like what's happened in like RuneScape or what's happened in Diablo or what happened in EverQuest, and kind of like trying to relate it back. So it's fascinating stuff. Fascinating stuff. Sorry guys, I was geeking out on you guys. But yeah, who knows? Maybe start, like I was saying, carve out a little niche on that end. I've been fortunate enough so far. I don't know if I'm not going to share the name because I don't know if I'm actually able to share the name. But I actually did a little bit of UX UI consulting for another crypto game that's in development right now. So that was kind of fun. That was a fun experience that kind of made me feel like I could do some more of this stuff, you know? But we'll see what the future holds, man. Married life has definitely been a transition, and the work life has definitely been a transition, but I kind of feel like while things aren't 100% like, you know, in a routine yet, like I can kind of see where things are going, so it feels good. Also, major thanks to all of you guys that sent me DMs, you know, just personal congratulations in terms of the wedding. That was really cool. Really appreciate you guys, especially when, you know, I hadn't been streaming or posting videos for a few months there, and you guys still went out of the way to go ahead and do that. Means a lot. Means a lot. Touched me on a personal level, you know? I should have probably started with the level 1 bounties. But I just saw this like juicy three sword bounty, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna go get that one real easy. Let's go. Let me see if I can reposition here a little bit. Vedant, congratulations. Thank you, my friend. Thank you, thank you, thank you. When you know, you know, you know? When you find the one, you just know. She's actually marathoning a little Grey's Anatomy right now, I think. So she might be popping in on the stream and just to say hi, but we'll see. Let me see here. I don't think we've had any hitches with the game so far, right, guys? Like in terms of streaming quality or anything along those lines. I think everything has been pretty good. Let me see. Things look good. Let's see. Let me refresh this real quick. When, baby striker? Oh man. Hopefully less than a year. Hopefully less than a year. I'm ready, man. I'm ready to be a father. Scared shitless, but I'm ready. It's good times, man. Good times. It's so funny, man, because like you grow up and you think you daydream about like what's it gonna be like if this ever happens, like what's it gonna be like if you ever get married, or what's it gonna be like if you know, have a baby or whatever. Like you think about you daydream about some of these things, and then when you're actually at that point in your life, it's just so surreal. I don't know. But, you know, God willing, hopefully we're able. So how many bounties have you guys all knocked out? Just throw a little in-game chat message there. Let me see. Is this a dead end? This is not a dead end. So let me shotgun this. Let's go through it. Boom. Man, there you are, and there you are. Just lead me down. More enemies, more enemies. Oh, this is a huge... That's a huge loop. Four bounties, 3 this week. Last one, damn. Yeah, I should have started with the level 1 bounties. Just get that bonus bounty books, you know? From what I hear, Slitten was like, had already claimed the Roaring Sand Dragon and was already close to getting the second one. That is sick. What's really impressed me, to be quite honest, obviously like non-event time is where player count drops a little bit, obviously. What's really impressed me going over the Overseer over the past like few months, how many Shadowstones continuously drop. I'm not talking about like for one Shadowstone drop. I mean in general, like if you add them all up, which means that like there is circulation in the in-game Emporium, you know. I know that in Spizzo's last interview with Cliff, I had asked that question, but I don't think Cliff was prepared at the moment to answer it. So I'd be really interested to talk with him a little more and just get a breakdown on that, so that I'd be able to provide a little bit of commentary, I guess, in terms of the in-game market. That'd be fun. Did 2 over the 7 you do for the week. Sand Dragon in 2 weeks. Nice. Three or 4 weeks. Talking about Shadowstones, you just found 26? Exactly. Inflation is bad in the Emporium, though. The gold inflation. You know, I'm surprised it's not worse, to be quite honest. Like, when you think about it, from all the runs that are doing, like the amount of hours people are putting in, the amount of gold that's being generated, I honestly expected it to be much worse in terms of inflation. But who knows? We probably need to get... that a baby? I put that's a baby. But yeah, so I think it's interesting. Yeah, Slitten's, he's there. You heard his Dave, and he's lurking. Hashtag lurking. What do you call it? What was I gonna just say? We were talking about Shadowstones. Oh yeah, so like, I mean, my guess is that Shadowstones drop the same way that blockchains drop. Like whenever they're generated, they're now in the pool. So I think, like, man, I don't know, that could be completely wrong. But if that were theoretically the case, then that would mean that like every time there's a Shadowstone drop, there's at least a purchase that just recently happened. or maybe a couple purchases that are happening. But yeah, if just the idea that like the bounty system is working, where people are paying for uncommon items with shadow stones to be able to like finish bounties and stuff, just that it's circulating is a testament to itself. Very few other blockchain games have that. When you know. But yeah, I do think the game would benefit from some more gold sinks. I really did think that I was probably gonna. I really did think that you know, some more gold blockchain item sinks were gonna come into the game, but it doesn't sound like that's happened yet. As a matter of fact, I think the like actual shop in the game has slowed down or been reduced. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys. The legend, the man, the myth, the legend in the house. Both you guys. Lost Relic Hall of Famers right there for sure. No questions asked. All right. And you did, Thundercrap. Another run in the books, baby. Gotta love it, gotta love it. So you tell me, guys, what are y'all hoping for? Hey, Ghost Car's in here. Level, oh, damn, Ghost Car. I didn't know you were level 99. Holy sh. That's the thing I'm trying to figure out, man, because like, granted, I put a shitload of hours into the game, right? Early days. But how the heck have so many new players jumped up this high? Like, either there's a grind, the amount of hours that people are grinding right now is at a new level, or there's some tweaks to the XP system that I'm not familiar with here. I haven't really been looking at the XP at all. How far am I away from that? Okay, almost there. Almost there. Heyo. She dipped in real quick, and I think she was probably looking for a puppy. Well, not the puppy, a grown dog now, Olivia, but she's like super, super little. Probably time to take you out for a walk. Okay, let's go back. Let's see. So I think it's a new wave of hardcore gamers. Before were mostly investors. Oh, interesting. So you think that... Interesting. So you think that a new wave of blockchain gamers is in the space now? Do you think because it's blockchain there... Do you think that it's blockchain that it changes their grinding habits compared to like traditional games, or it's just the same habits that players have that they're bringing into this new type of system? You know, like I guess my question is like, does a traditional gamer grind like 6 hours a day playing a game that they're enjoying, and then if it's a blockchain game, that number increases to 8 or 10 or whatever? Or do you think it's just like, oh no, like just in general, gamers are going to play X amount of hours, doesn't matter the game or the type of game, if they're enjoying it? Mix of both? Yeah, I mean, I think I saw some reports that were showing that like there's about, I think it said that we were close to like 450 to like 650,000 crypto gamers, which seems a little low. I think it also defines like the amount of hours that they play as a cutoff point. So like someone who plays only a couple hours a week are not included in that calculation, and it's just players that are continuously playing crypto games as a figure. But I wouldn't. That still seemed too low for me. I think we've definitely crossed the million mark. Multiple million, I wouldn't be surprised. 10 million seems too much. Maybe 5 million seems a little too much. Maybe somewhere between 1 million to 5 million players. Who knows? I don't even know how to estimate these things. So I definitely went down the wrong path, so I might as well just do this. Go back. Give me the Ruby logs. Let me see. What did it say I needed? I needed 6,000 more scavenging. So it's like, what, 6 legendary nodes? So yeah, I'm definitely going to get it during this bounty for the level up. Maybe I get a little bit of that streamer luck and I hit some shadow stones or something too. Yeah, does the peppermint need to be nerfed? Probably. If it's, what's the count? Do we know how many? I know that the peppermint is, since it's virtual, it's slowly going to be exhausted over time. But do we know how many peppermints originally were launched? If it's not nerfed, then it should be. I think if it's not nerfed, then it should be. Then the rarity should be increased, because it's too powerful to be a rare virtual. I mean, Let me put it this way. You guys know my stash, and if it makes it the top 5 in terms of relics for me to equip, then yeah, and it's blue, then yeah, it should be nerfed or rarity increased. You can leave it the same and put it a legendary or put it a mythical. That would be fine with me. I mean, I like the way it feels. I'm not gonna lie, it feels cool. I also don't know how long. It sounds like the amount of time that we go into dungeons is going to increase with the new update, with bigger maps and more ability to get lost, I guess, within the map. So if the average play time for a person is going to go from like 10 minutes to, well, maybe, what do you think the average runtime for the average player in Lost Relics is? I would say like somewhere between 10 to 20 minutes, right? Currently. And if maps increase, maybe that's going to go to like 30 to 40 minutes per run, which I would like that. I wouldn't have a problem with that, because then it's kind of, well, I don't know. Maybe I do like the way it is right now, because like if I'm doing 10-minute runs, you know, I can kind of feel comfortable like, hey, you know, if I start another run, but I'm gonna have to go soon, you know, it's only a 10-minute commitment. But the longer the map, the longer you're in danger, you know, the increased value, I think, to some of these items in general, right? Because you want survivability. I could see it playing out both ways. New map system is going to be interesting. Yeah, I think it's going to be really interesting. That one leak in the Discord where it's like it's the picture of this, like it's a picture of the circle map while you're in the dungeon. The way that looks is really interesting because like each room can have like 3 to 4 different paths it branches down, and then those can interconnect or not connect later on. It looked like that I think it's gonna be a game changer. The entire game is gonna change, which is why Cliff keeps saying it's gonna be a really big patch. I don't know if it's gonna be big in terms of content, but I think he means more big in terms of the change. You would like to go in deeper for more loot? Yeah, definitely. I'd also like a little bit of like time trial stuff. Not exactly like speed races, but more like I forgot what other games do this. I think it's Spelunky, where it's like there's a door hidden inside the dungeon, and you have 15 minutes to find it. And if you don't find it within the 15 minutes, the door closes to lead you down a different path or a secret or a treasure or something like that. I would like that a little bit. Obviously co-op. Bigger maps are going to be better for co-op, right? Because you don't want to have players like going down choke points. You want to have the ability for players to run around to feel like their decision, like where they position themselves on the map, is going to be useful. Very nice, baby. So that plus the friends list is going to be cool. I hope the friends list means, there's a chance that the friend list could just be that and no added feature, but nothing added further. But I do hope that there's a chance, like the friends list implies that like you don't need a friends list right until co-op starts to get involved one way or another. It maybe not be gameplay co-op. It could just be in-game messaging, whispers back and forth or whatever. So it kind of hints to me that there's going to be more on that end. So I'm excited for that. But man, the moment that you can get co-op raids going, I think the roadmap says like 2 to 4 players for co-op. But the moment that comes out, that's game changer. Just the ability to socialize in this world, in Talmuth, in these dungeons, in Lost Relics. Huge. Huge, 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 huge. Finding hidden Easter eggs. Oh yeah. And then it'll be really interesting to see like what players do with it. Like, because if we have 4-player co-op, 2 to 4-player co-op, like the amount of like random builds, or, like some people are going to be speccing to just like be the damage soaker, being the tank. Some will be the ones that are carrying around like the utility items, stuff like, frostbite dawn to like freeze enemies. Like things like along those. Like Cliff said that he was going to be hiding things. Yeah, I always like that idea of discoverability. Like that's why I've been liking Elden Ring so much, because of how little information it actually gives you. Like let me discover. Like the sense of discovery for me gives much more added value. I'm okay with not knowing everything. Like I don't need to I don't necessarily want a wiki for everything, I do like the idea of puzzles, community-based puzzles, like where if the community shares the information amongst itself, like the only way to solve the puzzle is by community sharing information amongst itself until someone is smart enough to put it all together and understand what it means to have the big eureka breakthrough moment. Well, Looks like I got one more run left before we finish this bounty. One more run. We'll turn in the bounty. And then, yeah. We'll turn in the bounty, and then I need to get some lunch for sure. But no worries, boys and girls. You're definitely going to be getting a lot more of me. Slowly at first, and hopefully more over time. Oh, wait, where am I going? What am I doing? We're not done yet. One more run. One more run. One more time. Ooh, I like this song. All right, Zenny. Treat me well, Zenny. Treat me well. Can't wait for co-op. Yeah, it's going to be huge. Going to be huge. I don't know. I hope Cliff... I mean, I don't know what's going to happen, but I really hope that Cliff gives me the opportunity to be able to, like if it was co-op, I would love the idea of, like, where I could share my stash. Or, like, both players can share their stashes for loadout runs. Like, that would be really cool. But if we go that route, it also sounds like guild mechanics, which I personally think that guilds will become a thing in the game, but that might be a very long time away if it ever does happen. Which I have some interesting ideas on that can help the game. Yeah, bro, guilds would be beast. Because then you get the ability to, like, have, you know, you're forming a team. You're forming a team with your friends, and, like, what'll probably happen is, like, over the generations, like, all the guys from 2019 that got to know each other will probably make a guild. Like, all the friends, all the cliques will be able to, like, make guilds and participate in activities together. You know, I'm more of a fan of co-op gameplay than I am competitive gameplay, at least for this type of game. So, you know, I like the idea about you know, working together. You know, not just within guild, but cross guilds too. But of course, guilds can't happen. I mean, I guess guilds could happen before we get co-op, theoretically. It's just whatever the progress, whatever the gameplay loop would happen asymmetrically. Maybe you have guilds race to see who can collect resources, coal or wood or whatever. I mean, there could be 100 different ways to make it work. But all I know is that whenever this next patch comes out, we're probably going to have a lot clearer picture of what the future holds. Because it does feel like, you know, one of the things Cliff has kind of said in streams before in the past has been the idea of, like, he wanted to get Lost Relic to, like, like, you know, he talked about, like, the different layers of the onion and having that first layer being, like, fully fleshed out. And now it seems like we have that, right? We have multiple dungeons. We have a good diverse enemy set. We have the ability to accept quests, which were based on blockchain items or bounty items, which tie back to the in-game market. You know, some of these items, the idea of death for virtual items, putting that item back in the drop pool for new players to find. You know, I do like how he locked away some of the skills behind pendant uses, because then you have an ongoing economy between pendant holders and non-pendant holders, which at any time someone can decide to jump in on or jump out of. It does feel, you know, really good. You know, but like I was kind of saying on last night's stream, I was saying that what really needs, honestly, like the most bullish thing that can happen outside of Lost Relics is Engine putting more of a focus on the the multiverse and creating incentivizing. Hey, level 52 scavenging, baby. Oops. Scanvenging. You know what? Maybe I should go get the fishing and the mining. The fishing will take a little longer. Ha, Hex. Bro, I'm supposed to go get lunch and you want to go... I think we'll be okay. We'll be okay. Okay. Then I'll go get the mining. I'll go get the mining since people are gonna jump in. Let's see. Actually, let's go shotgun. Long hallways are perfect for this. I haven't been paying attention, but how much of my harvester charge am I finishing my runs with? Because maybe I take out, maybe I put the dragon scaler in and take out, like, I don't know, the Archer ring or the harvester. Because I'm not having an issue with health, obviously. Aiming for that 1K subscriber number. That's definitely the next plan. Like, once we can be able to get monetization on the channel, then that way I can start doing things along the lines of, like, any having funds that were, supported by the community, be able to roll them back into Lost Relics or other games as well, to be able to provide more content, more useful information. I think that's probably the way this is all going to start. I played with ideas too of actual crypto guilds, gaming guilds. Played with ideas of, you guys heard me talk about it in the past, about the ideas about nonprofits, entrepreneurship on the blockchain, where I could bring value back to everybody else. Hey, Chica Nation. With the epic 56. Hey, jumped on it. You didn't know that I had a channel? That's all good, my friend. How are you doing? It's all good. It's all gravy. Yeah, we're on the path. We're on the path to 1,000 subscribers. So we'll probably, hopefully during the Christmas event, we'll be able to Easter event, we'll be able to get there. We'll see. Then we can move on to phases 2 and 3 of potential rollouts. But let me see, what am I gonna drop? Boom. Should probably be keeping those sticks for some arrow farming. So many people are talking about arrows on different streams. Craftable arrows for your bow. Strap a bomb to the arrow. Now it does AoE damage. Let's go. But honestly, like, bows are like the meta right now, right? Ranged over melee. So probably no reason to incentivize further ranged gameplay. But we'll see. Thank you, my friend. Hey, I did get a sub. Well, let's see. I need to have this screen up to be able to see. Roby. Thank you for the sub. Thank you for the sub, my friend. Welcome to the strike team. It'll happen, my friend. Slowly but surely, it'll happen. I still got to finish tax season, so we still got 1 month. Yeah, Roby. There's Roby. In-game chat. Gotta love it. We're going to finish this bounty on this run, and then we're probably going to activate a bounty that takes me back into Mount because I want to go get the level up in the mining experience. What am I going to be, level miner? Yeah, I'm going to hit 83 right now, and then I can even get fishing too. Probably won't be able to get fishing right now, but I know my wife is going to be hanging out with, doing a little girl time in the afternoon, so probably after lunch. Probably after lunch, I'll be back on streaming again. What time is it now? Oh, it's already 2:30. Damn. Well, I could do a 10-minute. I could do a 10-minute run, and then I'll call it really quick. How long have we've been streaming? Yeah, you guys caught me like right at the end. I was telling everybody that I was about to go have some lunch, but we'll play a couple more runs just since you guys jumped in. Gotta support the chat. You know what I'm saying? You need to give you a role on the team as Marshall. That's all. Yeah, I've been thinking about all that, all those things, man. I mean, my main thing is like I just want to. It all comes down to like being able to build a system where both players, investors, owners, whatever you want to call it, guild leaders, are able to bring back value to all the members of the community. That way, not just one group of people are able to just benefit. Because we're definitely in exploratory mode with crypto gaming. But there's a lot of things that we could do here. We'll see what happens. Another one bites the dust. Okay, so pretty much I am using all of my harvester in general. Granted, I'm face tanking and kind of just chatting with you guys. I don't really see Dragon Scaler might make it to where I one hit a Rog, but I don't know if we gotta worry about that right now. All right. First bounty of the week complete. 3-sword bounty. Do you guys think, what do you think is going to happen? Do you think the bounty system is going to change with the new maps that are going to come out or the new update? I think there's a very good likelihood that it will, right? Oh, I thought that was it. Oh, it's still on cooldown. I don't know why I had thought I had completed the map. But it's done now. Fishing level 10. You're actually preparing for the event. Let's see. I'll let you in on the Discord. Or have all the papers. Yes, definitely, man. More than glad to be able to provide back. Okay, so let's turn this one in. Let's go do a mount run. Let's go get that mining level up. And then we'll call it there to get some lunch before I come back. It's 2:40 right now. You know what? I haven't even gotten my text message. Okay, I haven't gotten a text message, so we're good. We're good. Ask away, baby. Chester is on fire. You hope he brings quests back with new maps? It would help player progression for sure, especially getting up to like probably the epic tier. I don't know. How far would you want the quest to progress for players before? I mean, I guess you can. Let's clarify. Maybe what I think about when you say quests, I think about the ideas of like if you complete the quest, you get a blockchain reward. I guess it technically doesn't need a blockchain reward. It doesn't have to be a blockchain reward, I guess. But I do think that would be beneficial if it was. How many of these do I need? 7. That's the way it used to be. You turn in multiple blockchain items to get a better blockchain item. I remember I had to turn in, I think if I remember right, you had to turn in like, I don't remember how many, but like X amount of red rock dye, green rock dye, and blue rock dye, and in return you got a blue axe. That's how I think I got my first conquest. My first rare bow. My first rare axe. Skeletors, runes. Let me pull up the bounty item breakdown I have here. What are we gonna go for on the ones? I'm already 4% complete on this one. So Skeletors, where are the most Skeletors at? They are in Skeletors. Oh, we gotta go to one of the early maps. What has the most in mounts? I want to go to mounts. 34, 33 Necronites. Do I have anything with Necronites? Necronites and trees. Oh, but I need 7 of these? Ouch. Dreadlings. Wraiths? Wraiths are in... There's only 12. Damn, that's a lot. Willow Beasts. Dreadlings. Necronites. Lizard Guards. Obions and Necronites. Runes, 12, 44. Okay, well we'll just start this and then I'll go to the more efficient maps because I want to go to Mount Olkept one time. Let's see. Edgar Rivera's jumping in. Jay Rifting's in the house. Glad to see you guys, man. I missed y'all. Let's see. Rivera says, I have not played this game in the last amount of time, 4 or 5 months ago. Like the new update? What's new to the game? Well, I mean, you're gonna be happy because I think we're really close to getting another update right now that's gonna change the game completely. It sounds like bigger sized maps. Potential for setting up the systems to get ready for co-op is what it seems like with friends list and stuff. What am I looking for? I completely blanked. Yeah, let's take a couple of those, keep a couple of these. Let's change the pet. Let's just go quickly. We'll leave all the rest the same. Charizard. So we're going to go in real quick because I need to get some food, guys. But we're going to go in real quick and lock up this mining level. Let's get mining level 83 in the books. Oh, you know what? I should put the mining hat on. How much do I need? I'm not going to be able to get that in one run. Damn. That's okay. Let's just do one run and then I'm going to go there. Oh yeah, co-op. Edgar, probably co-op is the biggest thing to anticipate. The changing of the maps, it sounds like maps are going to get more difficult, more lengthy in terms of size, more ways to get lost within the map, and larger in general. Like the play space is going to get larger, which sounds again like he's building for. You got friends here, Edgar. You got friends. Don't worry, we'll get you on friends lists. That will not be a hard thing to accomplish. But yeah, I mean, if maps are getting bigger, like we were kind of saying a little earlier, then that means like more players can be roaming the same area. But we'll see. There's a lot of different things that he can do. Waiting for PvP. I'm kind of skeptical on how good PvP will be, just because I don't know if the mechanics of fighting actually will lend itself to be like very competitive, but maybe I'm wrong, right? I've never actually felt it or experienced it. Like I just think of like if I'm running up to an enemy that's not moving, I can swing my axe, right? And that feels good. But like a player that's going to move just feels like it's going to not feel good to me run up and try to attack because I don't know. I mean, who knows? We'll see. I mean, I like the idea of like, I'm down with PvP, but maybe it's PvP like, both of you get dropped into the dungeon, and it's a race to see who can get to the end. Or, race, different types of competition that just aren't just fighting amongst like 1v1s, But who knows? Who knows? Okay, let's get this shotgun turned on here. Feels good, baby. It feels good. They're just dropping like hotcakes. This relic is OP. Oh, I'm stuck. I'm stuck. How much? Okay, I'll let it go. I'll let it go. Well, actually, I can still use a little bit of it. You did, and you did, and you did, and it's out. Let's see. We got to make the rules. You enter with fists. Yeah, but if is fist fighting gonna be like the thing you keep coming back from? Is gas fee high? Gas fees? I think right now gas fees are low compared to normal, just because like right now we're at a little bit of a bear market in crypto in general. But if you, it just depends on when you left. If you're not familiar, Cliff created an in-game marketplace. So now, once you transfer your either items in game or your cryptocurrency in game, now you can buy and sell blockchain items in the game without having to pay a gas fee. And whenever you do, there's a percentage that's taken out that goes into like into the game's treasury, that then allows for that currency to be dropped into dungeons. So like right now, if I'm playing, I can get some shadow stones that drop, and then be able to use those back in the marketplace, and it's all a vicious cycle that continues to build on itself. And probably, see, that's the thing I would love to see, like during events, like what does blockchain Shadowstone drops look like? How does Shadowstone drops like scale with players coming into the game? My guess it would be just completely based on sales, but not based on not based on like player activity, but it might be a combination of both, right? Like, and we could see 100 different things happen. Okay, so this is the final room here. Let's knock out that treasure chest and move on. Curse the gas fees. Yeah, gas fees suck for blockchain gaming. That's a fact. No questions asked. Proof of stake's going to be so much better. Polkadot's going to be so much better. And you have to think about it, guys. Like, honestly, I know a lot of you were talking about like the benefits of like, the question was like, what will Lost Relics players get out of the transition to Polkadot? And honestly, the biggest benefits aren't actually Lost Relics related at this point, just because we don't have any Lost Relics information. You know, I know Cliff is going to be playing around with the ideas of what he can do now with this new system, and that'll come over time. But I would probably say the biggest benefits for Lost Relics players by the transition, number one would be, you have to think about it like this. The Polkadot blockchain is brand new, right? I mean, it's been in development by like an extremely proficient team. You know, Dr. Gavin Wood over there, one of the original creators of Ethereum, is leading the project with a significant amount of funding. You have to think about it like this. There are no other crypto games on Polkadot. There's going to be a big competition with the launch of crypto games on blockchain. Wait a minute. Something's drop? All right, let's go. Give me that dragon hat, that hide. There's going to be a big competition for who's going to be the leading game on Polkadot. And you have to remember, if you're going into a brand new community, these Polkadot holders, there's going to be a whole group of Polkadot holders that don't have anything to spend their Polkadot on, or their specific token on. So we could have a big financial influx into crypto gaming in general. What am I doing? Just activate this thing. That I think is probably the number one big benefit. And then number two big benefit is that since Efinity is going to be leading, an engine's going to be leading the charge in crypto gaming, You know, they're not going to be the only NFT platform over time that gets launched on Polkadot. They're also not going to be the only gaming platform that gets launched on Polkadot. But they're going to have every incentive. They have the first mover's advantage on this new platform. They're going to have every incentive to keep that advantage. So I wouldn't be surprised if now we start to see, you know, they're going to continue to build out the tools. But with the new funding that they got in 2021, I mean, like I was saying last night, like if it was me, I would be hiring a team of 5 to 10 people dedicated on the idea of the multiverse inside Polkadot, and building it out, working with developers, working with players, working with entrepreneurs. So that I think is probably going to be the two biggest benefits. Continued support from Engine, specifically on the video game side, not just on the tool side, is probably number 2, and then number 1 is the influx. You have a new addressable market of people that have currency that are going to be hit with a new product. All the entire Polkadot community will now have games to play native to their blockchain. The same reason why, you know, on Solana, Star Atlas, you know, is considered the leading game on that platform. On that, you know, and it's not going to remain that way forever. But it's a big advantage. You know, from my perspective, Lost Relics is the most incentivized to benefit from that because we have a large player base. Even, you know, whether or not they're active, players that are holding Lost Relics NFTs or have, you know, see, that's the other thing too. Like even a player that has sold their NFTs, they still have their in-game level should they decide to return. And that's, you know, all of these things are benefits that are going to exist before we even start talking about gameplay. You know what I mean? So that's just a little bit of forethought from your boy Striker. Again, guys, for those of you that have jumped on in the stream, you are an economist. I'm aiming for it, baby. I'm aiming for it. I think since you jumped in earlier, or since you jumped in later on the stream, you might have missed out the part. I was telling everybody that I was focusing a little bit more with the CPA firm in terms of consulting, and I started doing some consulting for video games specifically. One crypto game, but more like 3 or 4 indie games that are traditional games launching on Steam and things like that. You know, mostly business related rather than gameplay related, but the crypto game was gameplay related. So yeah, I mean, I'm gonna probably be focusing that as a niche that I'm gonna be expanding going on into the future. And how close did I come to the level? We're still gonna need some mining time. Yeah, I'm gonna be probably focusing on that and building it out. The idea of, yeah, in real life as a job. I mean, consulting from a business standpoint, I am already doing like for God knows how many different industries. You know, video games, if I end up turning video game consulting and into its own niche as part of the services that I provide, great. But yeah, guys, that's going to have to be it because I need to get some lunch. If you haven't had a chance to hit that sub button, the goal right now is going to be that we hit 1,000 subscribers sometime in the next little bit. Let me see how many bounty bucks I have. What do you think is going to happen first? Am I going to hit the Roaring Sand Dragon before we get 1,000 subs? Let me see what bounty bucks, right? You can see it here. Right now I have 427k bounty bucks. So I'm guessing what's that, like 4 weeks away from hitting the Sand Dragon? 4 weeks away. Do we hit 1,000 subs before that or not? We're already like at 500 plus, somewhere there. Hey. Ooh, the Ruler of Darkness, level 100, black haired. Gotta love it, baby. What do I think of Gala Games? Yeah, Gala Games is one I'm wanting to do a lot of more research on. You know, with the partnerships that they have right now with like Gala Music and the Walking Dead universe, that's going to be really interesting to see. But it is probably the platform that I'm the least informed on. I mean, I know the basics, right? Townstar, Mirandus, you know, I know the basics, but I like to go more in depth and do a little bit more analytical thinking on them. You know, the Gala nodes as well, the release of all of that. But I feel like to give a more educated thought, I definitely need to do some more homework. But maybe you guys can help me with that. And Anyway, that's going to be it for right now, guys. I will be coming back online, God willing, if things work out. Hopefully, maybe early evening. But I'll keep you guys posted. Good luck with the grind. Keep doing what you're all doing. I will catch you all.